Hello Minasan, Hiki this, and welcome to another indie game. This one's called Day In, and it's by the developer Ryder. Let's start a new game. Good morning. Well, it's about 10 AM, but don't sweat the details too much. Today you have another day of absolutely nothing planned. Excellent. That's exciting, isn't it? Oh boy. You wake up every single day excited to face another day of wasting your worthless life away. Hey, is this game about me? Get up? No. Come on, don't be difficult now. Fine. You blink your eyes open, attempting to rub the tired away. It doesn't work, you're still very tired. I don't want to get up. Ugh. You look at the window to your right, the blinds are down so you can't see anything. Like it should be. No sun allowed in this house. You feel a thumping in your chest. I should go take my meds. I think I left them in the bathroom, so I look there. Alright. What would you like to do? I would like to save. What different save menu, it's very minimalist. It's a pile of clothes. You very shamefully have still not taken them to the laundry basket. I'll worry about this later. You know, I have played so many games about like depressed people in RPG Maker that I feel like a deja vu sense. Have I played this before? I don't think so, right? Tried to raise a succulent years ago and it was a disaster. You never subject any poor plant to your endless cook. I have about 2 succulents dying currently in my kitchen. It's CRTV, quite an old one in fact. The days of CRT. Not that you were really there for those days, but it feels nice to long for any time period that isn't this one. You know what, pal? I was there for CRTs, but fair enough. You get it mostly for the price, but you often find yourself romanticizing the old technology. These young people romanticizing old technology. Your anachronist fantasies don't make you special, you know. I know. Just making sure. You don't really use this TV often, so it's probably better you spend so little on it. Alright, fair enough. Back to bed? Nope. What? Oh, I thought like, what did I do? The music stopped. It's a mirror covered in a blanket. Move the blanket and take a look at yourself. Yeah. You gently push the blanket out of the way. Oh, nice. You stand face to face with yourself in the mirror. It's been a long time since you really take a good look at yourself. You're usually extremely preoccupied with your appearance, but these days you truly just can't be bothered. Hey, you look nice enough, right? Not like you have anyone to impress anyway. Ugh. Your reflection continues to stare back. There's a buzzing sound in your head and hands. It runs through your veins and disturbs your heart and head, leaving nothing but the feeling of white noise static. It's a feeling accompanied with the usual chest-troubling pains of anxiety. Well, if you can really call it a feeling at all. This is how every day starts. Same buzzing, sissy feeling. Recently though, a new feeling has entered the mix. What to call it? You're not sure, you aren't sure it's a feeling at all. The feeling of gangrenous wet rot. The brain rot. Around that burst of drips and feels and tears, you can feel it in your body, it's in your bones, deep in your bones. It's spreading through the marrow, squeezing through and infecting the surrounding tissue. Very well described. It's black, it's heavy, it's suffocating. It drags down every movement you take and it's certainly eating what's left of your heart. You wish you could split open. Maybe I made a mistake looking at the mirror. Split open your ribcage, reach inside and tear everything out. To complete, get yourself clean, free from the buzzing, the blood pulsing, the static. But such a thing will be impossible, unfortunately, you know that well. Ugh. You shudder at the stabbing, a feeling of anxiety radiates through your chest. Stop looking at the mirror then! You shake your head, regaining your composure. You pull the blanket, yeah, that's it, yeah, I can keep getting lost in my thoughts like this. I need to take the meds. Your computer, you spend most of your time on here. Most of your friends are on there after all, including real-life friends whose lives were typically much too busy to make time for you. That damn real-life people. Not that you hold that against them, of course. After all, we all have things to do, right? Well, everyone but you, of course. I should try and do something other than sit at my computer today. Maybe try being a VTuber. No, don't try that. It's just worse. Jesus Christ, there's like 4 fucking bottles of soju here. You feel ashamed. I'll throw this away later. I'd like for 1 day or what? Because that's not a lot. Well, what do I know? I have liver damage, right? So I should know. Oh, there's only one door, so. What is that? I should take my meds first. What is that? Like a hole in there? Two small people? What is that? Can I just escape? What is this? I thought it was like a carpet, but it's not. What is this? Am I hallucinating? Because once again I'm seeing the Hello Charlotte hallway, but maybe it's probably just me. Is this your roommate's room? They are not home, so you should probably, yeah, okay. I have roommates. Fair enough. It's a laundry basket. The second thought, why are you putting the trash can and the laundry basket next? Yeah, that's you run a pile of dirty clothes in your own bedroom and shudder. You swear you can hear them calling your name. Reese, please, reunite us with your friends. Put us in the basket, please, Reese. I'll worry about this later. I swear to God, are all these games like very similar, or am I just having like a weird deja vu thingy? It's a trash can, it's empty, like your soul, like a very manly soul, I guess. That's a classic joke. It's a towel rack. I know the joke about the it was a Hatoge game, and maybe it was, right? I know the joke about the clothes pile. It's very common, and the meds obviously very common in this type of games. But, like I can shake the feeling of deja vu. It's a bathtub. You always refuse to take baths because you can't stand the idea of sitting in your own field soup. The drying sounds and the sound float by. I got gross out. You gag out immediately. Got out. I mean, not like you judge anyone who does like bats, but okay, well, maybe a little judgment. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of bats either. Toilet paper, no. Yeah, never look. You reach up and open the cabinet. Your meds aren't there. Where did I put them? You close the cabinet again. Maybe the kitchen? Guess I'll go look. There's another mirror and cover. You're avoiding looking at it. You should probably brush your teeth, but you're not going to do that, are you? I brush my teeth at night, so it's fine. Well, most of the time at least. Maybe, you know, if you're gonna do it once, nighttime, it's good ways to go. You can at least like rinse your mouth in the morning too, right? Let's go check the kitchen. Wait, so this is a door? Am I very confused by... Alright, let's go. Yeah, the overflowing trash also very common. Did I finally play enough RPG Maker games about depressed people that it fried my brain? It happened, chat. There's no chat in this web. I'm going crazy. Yeah. Here they are: 2 sertraline, 100 milligrams, 1 Abilify, 5 milligrams. I really should try and get a Xanax prescription. Maybe you should get good. I'm kidding. This is a serious business, but you know, a little bit of pushing yourself goes a long way. I've been there, you know. I'm not talking this. I'm not alien to this kind of situations. I've been there, and a little bit of forcing yourself to do the things, even when it's impossible, it's the way to go. Not that I'm completely out of this kind of thing, right? But I'm managing, and that's the only advice I can give. You swallow the pills, not bothering to wash them down with water. Your saliva should do just fine. No, you need the water. What should I do today? I don't have any work today, so wash the dishes. Yeah, that's good, that's good. You try to take a step towards the sink, but as you see the amount of dishes you feel, your legs turn into lid. Ugh, I really don't. Ugh. You think about the wet, crunchy, and slimy texture of the... That... Okay, you know, I get it. Depressed person, taking medications, not in a good place mentally. We all have been there. But this is real advice hours. No one likes doing the dishes. Mentally stable or not, no one likes doing the dishes. But, not me, no one, maybe my mom liked doing the dishes, but I feel like that's something she told me, she was lying to me. Because she thought I would like it if she liked it, but never mind. No one likes doing the dishes, but the more you don't do the dishes, the harder it becomes, right? So, do the dishes when it's a couple of them. Never let them overflow. Never let them stack. Never let them stay there for days with the food. If you don't want to do the dishes, okay, but at least take the food with a paper towel into the trash and just let them soak in water a little bit. Right, and you can add a little vinegar to the water to prevent the smell. You don't have to do the dishes, but you can at least sort of do the dishes and then eventually do the dishes before they pile up too much, right? I'm just saying that's very important depression advice. We all had depression. I think everyone has depression now given the circumstances of the world and no one wants to do anything. As I'm playing this, there is dishes in my sink that are like 3 days old there. I haven't done them and I don't want to do them. So I'm even in my room. I sleep in the floor of my room because I don't want to get out of my room some days. I understand this. You think about how many dishes you'll have to wash. You think about the other chores you still have to do. I can't. Not yet. Not yet. I have other things to do first. I'll do those instead. I'll get to the dishes eventually. Read a book. That's the other thing. You can be like, I'm gonna wash the glasses today. Then I'm gonna go with the forks tomorrow. And you make some progress. That's you slowly chip away at the dishes. That's the most like Sisyphus kind of task. It never ends. It's never gonna end. I don't have a dishwasher, but I don't know if having a dishwasher actually makes the difference. I will tell you guys when I'm rich and I can afford one in 300 years. I always tell myself I'll read them, but I never do. You think about going to the bookcase, picking a book, having to sit down, read it for God knows how long. I really don't have the energy to think so hard. Right at my back as I'm playing this, there's a bookcase, and at least I have at least 10 books that I got that I haven't read. And I've been meaning to, but every time, again, this game it's very real. It's a very realistic depiction of what people feel, right? I like this game. I'm so tired, I'll read it another time. Make lunch. I'm kinda hungry, so maybe I could make lunch. I'll go look in the fridge. You open the fridge, just turn to a very limited selection of condiments, veggies, and drinks. I'm not going to cook. Whatever, maybe I'll order something. That's the... I swear to God, delivery apps, made us lazy. I like cooking. But the moment I discovered, like, delivery apps, and some places have discounts, right? And you can get it every now and then. I have become so lazy at cooking. I feel like that damaged myself. Before I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna cook something, like a ramen noodles with something, like with veggies and meat or something. Another thing is, food has become so expensive that really ordering takeout, it's not that much expensive than cooking at home. Cooking at home doesn't save you that much money unless you're just eating like rice and beans. And no one wants to eat rice and beans for all the meals. I have done that. It's horrible. Go for a walk. Yeah, I'm not going out. I shouldn't I? How long has it been since I gone outside? For me, it's been... Last time I went on a walk, it was cold. So it's been at least 7 months since I went into a walk. I don't even want to think about it. It's about time I finally saw the sun again. Oh, there he goes. Let's go. You stare at the door. You reach your hand to the knob before immediately recoiling. You can feel your heart starting to race. I just can't. Not today. I can't. Just being near the door, you can feel your heart starting to race. Why am I so scared? What's wrong with me? It's called anxiety. You feel like your brain is shrinking inside of your skull. God, this is fucking stupid. I promised my therapist I'd do more exposure therapy. Okay, that's when I cannot relate. I have never been to a therapist. I know I should, but I like to do things the way men do it in the past, which is ignore them until you die. Not recommended, by the way. You guys should seek a therapist if you feel the need to. It's so embarrassing. Tears break at the corner of your eyes, but you quickly wipe them away, and you feel ashamed. How can you call yourself a person? You can even do the bare minimum. Your roommate asks you every weekend if you want to go out. You want to more than anything you want to do so badly. Okay, I cannot relate. I don't want to go outside. And every time you imagine all the faces on the street, all the cars, what if you get... Okay, very real thing that... Okay, that's something I think on a daily basis, right? What if they kidnap me? What if they kill me? What if they stab me? I have been robbed twice. they both failed because I defended myself, but I could very well be dead now. Why did I get hit? See? This game is so real. Why did you get hit by a car? That too. Why did you get... Yeah, that's a very... I mean, I'm a man, so I'm a little less concerned. Not that it doesn't happen to men, but it's less common, so I'm less concerned about that. But I am concerned when I'm going with women that I have to protect them so they don't get sexually assaulted, right? And every time my sisters go out, every time a woman I know goes out, I get like worried about that happening to them because the world is horrible outside. Anything could happen. Every time you go outside, anything could happen. You're exposing yourself to a risk of further trauma, and God knows you don't need more of that. Yeah, you stay inside and you do the same things every day. Everything stays in like homeostasis, and you don't have to do anything else, and everything is gonna be the same until that's the dream, but it's not gonna happen. This is the only way to stay safe. What a joke. I'm barely even a human. I can't do anything. Well, I guess I can't do anything. Your coping mechanisms are shitty as you are, and you know, I don't know, B2bing it's helping me cope really well actually. And then inconvenience you either smoke weed, drink, or cut yourself. Okay, yeah, those are not good. I cannot vouch for smoking because I don't smoke anything. I have never smoked anything in my life. I don't like that on principle alone. I drink too much. That was my coping mechanism for most of my life, especially when I was younger. And I damaged my body irreparably. I'm forever damaged because of that. It was not healthy whatsoever. I do not recommend it also. Yeah, serious note in here, if you're going through something or like you have a harsh life, be careful with what you use to cope because it might help you in the moment, but it's unhealthy for a reason, right? And of course, don't cut yourself, please. When you want to drink, smoke weed, or do other stuff that's harmful to yourself, go watch a video on YouTube. Doesn't have to be my videos, right? Watch anything. Put any video about anything. You know, search for icebergs. I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to promote watching content, but it helps you distract yourself from things, and you can listen to other people talk, but you don't feel the anxiety of having to answer to them. Don't go into live streams. Don't go into live streams. Just go into a pre-recorded video, and that's gonna help you like tranquilize yourself a little bit. It's nice. You can even eat something that you like, or like just go to sleep instead, right? There's other ways to deal with this. How unbelievably shameful. Of course, you know you have a dependence on these things, but the truth is you couldn't care less. The alternatives rolling into your own thoughts to the points you can even decipher where you end and the world begins. Feeling so suffocatingly terrified at every moment, like you cheat your survival instincts, forget you are constantly being chased by a hungry lion. Constantly looping your own hypothetical suicide in your head. The only relief you experience from the cruelty of being alive is in splitting your own skin or pulling yourself away from life with substances. You tried. You tried and tried and tried. Nothing else works, huh? Well, it doesn't work until it does. I'm just saying. I know it's like a stupid thing to say to someone that is suffering. Don't say that to someone that is suffering. But the reality of probability, it doesn't work until it works, right? I know it sounds stupid, but it's real. You're so beyond content, nothing else can help you. Nothing else to stop the buzzing. Nothing else to stop the static. Nothing else to stop your mind. Nothing else to stop the stabbing in your chest. Nothing else gives you any sense of peace. You know this isn't sustainable, but the truth is you can bring yourself to here. Not when every single day you're fighting your own brain to stay alive. Ugh. I need to go to my room. Go, 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 go. Into the bed, into the bed. I failed. God, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? What the fuck is wrong with me? Fuck. I don't know what else to do. I'm doing everything I can. I take my meds. I take care of my... Sorry. You know, more or less you take care of your... But whatever. My room is relatively clean. I go to therapy. I see my secretaries. I try all the skills. So why? Why? Why can't other people be happy? Why can't they live fulfilling lives? Okay, you know, life hack in here. They don't. Everyone is miserable sometimes. They lie. They put a mask in front of you. I used to think that when I was younger too, right? I used to think I was the odd one at things. But then if you pay attention to people, like if you look a little bit deeper, you can see behind the mask and you can see everyone is suffering and everyone is miserable. In like not all the time and in different levels, but that is true, right? And I used to think like, oh, these people are so happy, these people are so fulfilled in life. And you take like a deeper look into that, and you're not so different from everyone else. I feel like that's something everyone feels, right? Like, why am I like this? Why I hate myself so much? Why do I feel like so rotten? Why do I feel like I want to throw up every time I feel overwhelmed with something? But like, I'm not saying 100% of the people. There's probably insane people out there that just live their lives. They don't think too much, right? I feel like being stupid helps you with that. Being dumb, not caring too much about other people makes you happy because you don't understand the world you live in, right? The more you understand the world you live in and your place on it, the more overwhelmed you become by your mere existence. I'm so tired. I don't know why I put myself through this. I wish I was dead. I really do. Why do I keep doing this? Why am I putting myself through so much torment for? No, I can't let myself think like that. I need to talk to someone, but I'm alone. I'm so alone. Every single day, it's something new with me. Fuck, why can't I just be happy? Why can't I just be normal? I can't keep spiraling like this. You guys drifts over to the computer. No, I won't waste my life searching for validation on the internet from strangers. Good job! I'm going to... You think about how many shirts are left. The laundry, the trash, the dishes, the groceries. You feel your stomach doing backflips. No. One at a time. As long as I take it, one at a time. Your body refuses to move. Or even the most basic things so hard. Because you have to do them every day. You know, so sometimes we have to remember that we are just animals, right? We are an electrified piece of meat in our head, moving a bigger piece of meat. We used to just eat, sleep, and reproduce, right? At some point, a human fucked up and evolved. And then we have to go to work. And then we have to clean the house. And then we have to do the dishes. We have to fix the water here. Then it starts raining and your house gets entirely wet. The floor is ruined and you have to start fighting for the insurance. And you have to remove the floor because it's molding. And your dog gets cancer. And it's dying and you can do nothing about it, and you spend all your money trying to save your dog, but it's gonna die anyway, and your other dog is also very, very old and it's not gonna last too much, and the dishes keeps piling up and you cannot fix the bathroom that keeps leaking for some fucking reason, and you're alone and you don't want to call your mom because if you call your mom you're gonna worry her with your stupid problems, and you don't do it, but you isolate yourself further. That's a personal thing for me, right? That's my situation, but hopefully to anyone watching this video or anyone that feels in this kind of situation, it is understandable, right? You are not bad or wrong or broken, and like, I will argue that you don't need to go to a therapist if you are just, obviously if you have issues, you have to go, right? But like, if you're struggling with things, it's normal depression, right? It's kind of stupid that we have normal depression and advanced depression. I feel like we shouldn't have any depression, but it comes with being an evolved human being. You know, we have so many things running through our mind, all the things we have to do just to live a life, right? The only things you have to do to live a life is eat, sleep, hopefully reproduce if you get lucky or you care about that. But you don't need to do all these other things, but we tell ourselves that we have to, right? If we want to live in a society, if we want to live in a modern setting of the humanity, right? We want access to the PC to see funny memes and see funny VTuber people moving and talking about depression on the internet. We need to do these things, right? And you kind of have to push yourself. That's what I was doing, like I was saying at the beginning. You kind of have to push yourself. One dish at a time. Even if it feels impossible, the moment you're doing it, and then it's done, and then you see, wait, I can do it, right? But it's one of those things that you have to get the ball rolling. And eventually you can do it every day, right? And you will be able to do the dishes every day, and you will be able to live a life every day. And there will be times when a bad thing happens and you get back, you fall down. Imagine that. You guys remember that game where you're a guy stuck in a pot and you go up, like getting over it with bedded funnel or something like that, right? And then you fall and you have to start the level all over again. That's life, right? You're gonna think, oh yeah, I'm doing it great, and then a bad thing happens and you fall back to the beginning. But now you have the knowledge that you know you can go out there again. Sorry for interrupting the game, but I feel like it's important to say I can do this. How about instead of doing everything today, maybe I'll do the dishes today. I can do the laundry tomorrow. And maybe I'll ask my roommate to go grocery shopping with me. That's great. Yeah. That sounds manageable. Yeah, I can do it. Good job. Good job. I'm gonna save, just in case. It's the sink. I can do this. You turn on the sink, grab a sponge from the dryer, and get scrubbing. Don't forget the soap. You continue scrubbing. You know, man, this game, it's great. This game gets it. It's amazing. Yeah. Every time you touch a particularly slimy piece of food, you recoil and gag. Understandable. But despite that, you push through. You dread the hundreds of times you'll have to wash the dishes once again. But in this moment, you at least proven to yourself that it's possible. Great. This is great. This is great. Even with the unbelievably shitty day you're having, I'm done. I did it. I don't have to worry about it anymore. Isn't that great? Isn't that the best feeling? You remember how much left there is to do. You feel your body turn to lead once again. I thought it was wash the dishes, but you could sworn you ran a marathon. Why am I already so tired? You look at your phone, it's only been about 2 hours since you woke up. I don't have the energy to do anything else. But at least I did something, that is true. And that's all you need to do, something. Maybe I'll read a bit, just for myself. I think I'll do that. You've been working on a story lately, one that you've been using as a form of catharsis. It's this game. It's about a young boy who witnessed the death of his mother and learns how to cope with not only the loss, but the drastic changes to himself and his life. Though it has been challenging you a bit, you feel suddenly inspired to work on it. So you know you have so much work left to do, both on yourself and on the world around you. You take some solace in the fact that you can take things one step at a time. The truth is, you can never predict how each day will go. Things will happen and you will have no control over them. I'm still trying to deal with this. I'm not good with that. The only thing you can control is yourself, that is true. It doesn't mean you have to start waking up at 5 AM to complete your 25-step morning routine before beginning your job as a CEO of your self-made business. But it does mean that only you have the power to change things. That's correct. Even if it's one small step at a time. Even if you stumble backwards and feel like you're starting over, these things are never linear. See? We have the goatee here. Deep in your chest, there's still a pit where you feel your heart should be. And you can't help but remember that tomorrow you'll face the road deep within your body once again. Some days will be worse, some better, but in the end, the sun will set every night and will rise again every morning. Every day is a new opportunity, and that, though small, is something. Alright. So that was Day In by the developer Ryder. Oh gosh, well, what I can say, I have played, I would say, at least a couple of dozens of games about, depressed teenagers, young people. It's not always teenagers, sometimes it's 20-somethings, right? Some of them are good, some of them are great, some of them, like this one, are amazing. We have played some bad ones in this channel, right? That some people that I feel like don't actually get mental illness, either because they haven't experienced the other side of it, like getting over it, like moving from it. Some of them I feel it's because the people that make the games haven't actually experienced mental illness and they just try to portray something they do not understand, which is something always very risky to do because you're gonna do it wrong and it's never gonna be okay, right? So we have seen some very bad depictions of, very destructive depictions of mental illness, and it's not that it doesn't happen in real life. But I feel like when you're gonna make a game and you're trying to give people a message, it better be a positive one, right? Because people that have mental illness, yeah, they know how horrible it can get. But I feel like this game does, they should know that, yeah, it gets really, really bad. This game shows you it gets really, really bad, to the point you start hitting this noise, you feel like you're gonna throw up, all your stomach is moving, your knees get weak and everything. But then sometimes you can do something, right? Move on a little bit, one step at a time, and then you're gonna fall back, you're gonna go back again, you're gonna move in any sort of way. But things are moving, things are changing, right? And when I was younger, I was also dealing with this kind of troubles. I'm still doing it now, but I'm doing this now as a very old person. I'm older than the usual developer or player of these games, or MC of these games. And with age comes the knowledge, right? and the knowledge that things does get better even when it seems impossible. And yeah, they're gonna get better, and then they're gonna get worse again, and on different levels. Most of the things don't depend on you. Only you. The only thing you can change is your, like the game says. That's very much true to this day. So yeah, I would like to give this game all the stars I have in my pocket right now, because it might be the best depiction of men. It's very straightforward. It's very impartial. It's very realistic. I think this is the best depiction of mental issues, depression, anxiety that I have seen in any game I have played so far, which is, it's a lot of games, right? But the art is incredible. The illustrations are really, really good. The CGs, a lot of CGs for such a short game, but they look really good. There's little animations that go well with what the character is feeling in that moment. Really, really good. And so nice that it ends in a positive note, right? Some of these games just ends with like suicide or like, nothing got fixed, which again, is something that happens in real life. I get it. I'm not saying like, oh, we shouldn't portray the bad ending of depression. Yeah, I understand that's something that happens. But why not portray that it does get better, right? Because I feel like those people that make those bad endings are the ones that are trapped in the bottom, right? Like, and they are just seeing this very small portion of the entire situation, and they have the right to portray it on a game however way they want it. I respect that. I have reviewed some games like that, and I always try to share people about that kind of thing. But it's nice to see something a little bit different for a change. I really, really like this game. I know you guys just watched the video. I mean, if you're listening to me say that you already watched the video, but go play the game. Go play it for yourself. Go experience it for yourself. It's really, really good. And if you know someone that is going through a rough patch of time, maybe share the game with them and let them play the game, and they will see, right, that there's more people that experience this, and there is ways to deal with this. Of course, you have to go to therapy. You have to get your meds, but you have to push through, and you have to believe in yourself, and try to not have too many, coping mechanisms that are gonna damage you permanently. So try to cope in a healthy way. I try to give you some healthy coping mechanisms, like instead of smoking or drinking, eat something. Yeah, you can still get fat, but food is something we need, and you can eat delicious food. You can treat yourself to a good food that makes you feel happy every now and then. You can drink Coke Zero. If you like drinking Coke, drink Coke Zero. There's a bunch of things to do, but please don't harm yourself, and try to get over the things you have to get off. And hey, you can always watch my videos. You can always send me a message. I don't know. I'm not good. I'm not a psychologist. I don't think I'm good at cheering up people. But if it's your last resort and you don't have anyone else to, I'll do my best. I cannot promise anything, but I'll do my best. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you, developer, for making the game. It is really, really good. Great job. I love it. And then again, if you want to try the game, link is down in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next indie game, stream, or whatever I decide to do with this channel on this spooky season. I'll see you later.